Hello, hello, hello! I am back in a brand new modded world, and this time it's a Feed the Beast mod pack, which is very exciting because they have created a bunch of mods. Just a little bit of an overview that all kind of work together, and this is the StoneBlock 2 mod pack. So it isn't the latest version of StoneBlock, but I want to try out StoneBlock 2 for two reasons. One, I want to just play more with modded Minecraft, and I have played a little bit of Feed the Beast mod packs before, and they happen to have very good just quest progression to learn about the mods, so I'm very excited to play with some of that. But also, I've always kind of had a dream of living in a massive underground world that I dig out myself, so I thought, why not start with just a little bit of a stone world? This is where I spawned in. I just spawned in. All I have is a pet rock, some stonium, apple, and my quest book. Now, stonium is used to tame a pet rock or crafting rock kibble. Okay, apple is just for me to eat. I'm guessing a pet rock is just a pet rock. And let's start with just maybe having a look at the quest book. So this is what I mean when I say Feed the Beast. That's very just nice little progression for you to start, because you get started with StoneBlock, but you can also learn different storage mods, chickens, fluid cows, mystical agriculture, draconic evolution, Project E, extreme crafting, and Thaumcraft. And so all of these will kind of work together a little bit, but we start with the start. Let's see what it's telling us to do very first. So it wants us to gather stone pebbles. We want 16 stone pebbles. And pebbles are obtained by breaking stone with an empty hand. You can throw them or craft them into cobblestone. So I think we might just leave this here for a second, because I'm worried. I don't know if it's going to be important to us. See, in the corner we also have a trash can slot. I think I have these because I do have cheats on, because I sometimes use them to get thumbnails, but I won't be clicking on any of those. If we were playing with more people, we could have teams, and we can also access our quests here. So if we ever lose the quest book, at the very least we'll have that. Okay, we spawned in with one torch. I think we start by breaking just a couple blocks, just like you would in any Minecraft. Just break a little bit of stone, and hopefully we'll see what we can do with this in a second. I'm pretty sure if I read the quest book right, we should be able to turn this into cobblestone, which will give us our very first resource, which is always pretty exciting. So let's see if that happens to be what we do next. It is. Make cobblestone. Combine 4 pebbles into cobblestone. Okay, and we can get a little reward. I think I might leave the reward for right now, because we can just progress. And we have now entered the Stone Age. Very nice. Okay, we need just a little bit more. I actually don't know how much more we need, but we might as well start gathering some, because we're gonna have to make our area a little bit more livable. This right now is all we got. So I think we want to maybe expand it a little bit more. I might start digging a tunnel in one direction. Or we could just start by expanding this room. I don't think we necessarily need to start with tunnels yet. We can make our starting room a little bit bigger. Now we have 9. And a lot of it is you just start with a mod and then you see wherever it gets you until you need to change something up and learn about a new mod. And a lot of it will be the first time to craft something will be really difficult, but then once you've done it once, you know, you have all the materials needed to craft it and all the machines maybe. So that tends to be the way with modded Minecraft. It sometimes takes just a little bit of prep work, but then once you have it all figured out, it's relatively smooth sailing. Okay. Okay. We have combined 4 pebbles into cobblestone. Let me see what happens if I click these rewards. Oh, we really just get the most random stuff. Okay. So we'll have to save these because they'll be very useful later on. Right now, we don't have much of a use for them. And now I can go in 2 directions. I think we'll stop here, just, you know, before we progress so that we get everything done. But let's craft a cobblestone chest. Like a regular chest, but made with cobblestone. Who would have thought? Can I make a cobblestone crafting table? I can! which I think might have been the next quest. It was. Okay, that's good to know. I might leave my random rewards right now because they're just going to fill up my inventory. So let's start a little crafting corner. And we have more than enough to make... I was trying to make a chest, but I see where I might have gone wrong now. Oh, interesting. It stays in there. Well, I guess we've got a furnace. Interesting. So how would have we have made a chest? Let me see if there's any quests regarding this little pet. I don't think there are, so I might just try and spawn him in and see if he does anything interesting for us. I see. Are you my pet rock? You are. We now have a best friend. I don't know if he'll do much, but he's here. You look this way. He's there. We'll keep an eye on him, I suppose. And let's continue my mission of just expanding the room block by block while we're gathering resources. I think once we have a little bit more cobblestone, we can see about making a chest. Because I didn't consider that the crafting recipe for a furnace is in the same configuration as a chest, of course. So that would have to be a different crafting recipe maybe to get ourselves a little bit of a stone chest. Once we get a pickaxe, this will be a lot quicker progress. I'd also love a little torch. Right now we only have the one in the corner. Interesting. I think if I break the block while I'm holding the pebbles in my hand, I don't get any pebbles. So I just wasted a couple blocks there, but luckily for us, there's plenty of stone around here for us to keep building with. And let's see if we can figure out how to craft a chest. And I'd love to be able to craft a pickaxe, but I wonder how we're going to be able to get ourselves a little bit of wood, because we are just kind of stuck in the caves. So I wonder... Oh look, it's our pet rock. He looks happy. I wonder how we can make a chest. Let me maybe specify I want a stone chest. One of these. So we need a cobblestone part, which we make with 2 cobblestone. And that, I believe, is for sure the right chest because it matches the picture. Okay. So what do? We do some of these. And we do this. There we go. We've made our very first chest. I think we'll put our chests along this wall for now. We can drop these in for now because we don't need those. And now we have once again completed our quests. I'm going to leave the random rewards like I said, and now we're on to making some dirt. So I guess we need to make a stone hammer and some dirt. So we craft a stone hammer and use it on cobblestone to get gravel and then to get dirt. So we definitely need a little bit more cobblestone. So I'm going to see if I can figure out how I can maybe make like a pickaxe of some sort. There's got to be a way to do it. If we can make a chest, we can make a pickaxe. So let's figure out how we get ourselves a little bit of a stick. Do we maybe get to make stone sticks? I know some mods have stone sticks. Do we maybe... I don't know. To be fair, breaking stone isn't the slowest, but I think having a pickaxe would be a little bit nicer. So let's do this. Let's see if I can make a pickaxe. Just a little stone one. I can only make it with sticks. Okay, and how can I make sticks? How do we feel maybe about stone sticks? Do we have any opinions about those? Do they exist? They do. Let's see if this works. Sometimes you just gotta try. Okay, so that does not work. Let me see. So none of these really seem to have stone sticks as a tool. So I suppose this was a failed attempt, but we've got some stone sticks, I suppose. Let's see if we can make a hammer. That's what they wanted us to make, right? A stone hammer. Now this we can make with sticks, so not all was lost today. Let's see if this allows us to break some walls. It does. Very nice. Very quick. It breaks it straight into cobblestone, so we don't have to craft it from pebbles into cobblestone, which is nice. And then I think if we just place these in the room again. Boom. Okay. We should get some gravel, and from the gravel we get dirt. And that is the wonders of modded Minecraft. Even stuck in the caves with no way out and no materials and only stone around us, we're able to somehow craft just about anything our heart desires. Which I find very exciting, personally, and why I love playing some modded Minecraft. And if we just break some of this, we now have access to our very first pieces of dirt. Now, dirt is always a valuable resource in Minecraft, I feel like, because it's everything you need to build any life forms. So I'm always very excited when I get to find this. And here is the dirt. So this is once again a random reward. Are all of these random rewards? Okay, I see. Sometimes they'll give you specific rewards for specific quests, but nope, so far it looks like random rewards for everything. So might as well just grab them, see what we can get, and move on to the next one, where we want to make a stone crook, and it can be used on dirt to get any vanilla sapling. You can rapidly sneak to speed up the growth of nearby crops. Okay, that's fun. We've got some interesting stuff here. Definitely a cobblestone generator will be big. Let's start by placing just a little bit of dirt. I want to maybe drop it into the floor a little bit. And let's see what I need to craft a crook. Let's say we just make a stone one. Where it's stone. There it is. Simple. Okay. We can definitely do that. I definitely don't need more than one right now. I wonder if this destroys the block. It does. Okay. Dark oak. Always a nice one. Little birch. What is that? Acacia. Okay. Now you're gonna really see my opinion of trees by which one I plant. Okay, another dark oak. Dark oak is okay. I like a little bit of oak just because it's, you know, the standard one almost. Give me some spruce. Spruce will make my day. Perfect. Okay, now I'm happy. I think... I wonder if I can just dig out the ceiling just a little bit. So these trees definitely have space to grow. And then I think we'll start planting a couple of trees. And then we'll be well on our way to playing this mod pack. I wonder what happens when I break dirt with this. We get sand. See, this is called experimentation. You live and you learn. Let's have a little bit more space for just a little bit more dirt. We'll have to make some more. that's not an issue. Except our hammer is nearly broken, but that's okay. We'll craft another one. So you might as well craft another one like right now. We'll do a quick little this. Perfect. We'll make a little bit more gravel and then we'll turn that all into some dirt. Just a little bit more. Now, I'm sure at some point there'll be a way to automate this, which will be very nice, but for now, we just gotta do it manually. So that's one of the nice things about these types of mod packs. They'll kind of ease you into it slowly. And then as you learn more about the mod pack, it'll all of a sudden be very complicated, but you won't necessarily notice it's complicated because you've been playing from the beginning. But if you were to start playing like in the middle, all of a sudden you'd be a little bit overwhelmed. So that's quite nice that it just kind of eases you into it, but by the end of it, you're doing very high level, you know, modded Minecraft. Oh, I just realized you're not getting my Minecraft audio. Not that you've really missed all too much, but let me while I'm here. There, now you're hearing it. Yeah, I only looked to double check because I thought breaking this gravel was quite loud, so I wanted to see if it was peaking, but it wasn't because you were hearing nothing at all. Now I'm definitely gonna need just a couple of torches because I believe it's a little bit dark for all of these trees. But if we sneak around enough, you see these little particles? That's us. We're making them grow. Let's see if we can get this one to grow or if it absolutely needs a little bit of light. Okay, we've done this. We get this. And now we want to use the dirt and saplings to make a tree farm to gather wood. So we want 16 wood. That I can work on. Let me see if we can get any torches somehow. And let me put this away. An entity detector. Right now what I'm most excited about, an induction smelter is really good, but we need electricity for it. A cobblestone generator. You know, I wonder if we make a different chest, if this will work with a chest or if it absolutely needs a hopper, because having some just free cobblestone, I won't complain about. No, so we definitely needed a hopper there. So for now, let me break this and see what we do about getting a hopper. If we really truly need iron for that. We for sure need iron for that. Okay, that's fair. We'll get to iron eventually, I suppose. And for now, you can just go there. And I was trying to grow some trees, but we need light. So what can I do to make ourselves a torch? So sticks, but we don't have access to sticks right now. Or loot. Okay, so we definitely need a tree before we can do anything else. So we'll have to move this for now. Now both of these, they all actually should have enough light. And we just crouch forever and ever and ever until we finally get something. These ceilings should be high enough. I feel like at some point I just gotta realize that it's not working. Something here is not allowing it to work, so I think I'm going to move to only using one sapling in case at some point they're like interacting with each other. And I guess I have no choice but to maybe go up and give it a little bit more space in the roof. I think it should be so fine, but I guess the tree's being stubborn. Maybe it's best if we start with just the regular oak, because we know those don't tend to be too tall in Minecraft. So let's see if this helped in any way. Let me just run around. There we go. Our very first tree, and it looked like it definitely needed that space. Interesting, so if we break it with a hammer, we get wood chippings. Now let's just break it with our hands, as Minecraft intended. And we should be able to get ourselves wood, finally! Which is very exciting. Because it means we've essentially left the Stone Age, and we're able to now progress rapidly onto all the other ages there are. And we've made some pretty good progress on our questing. We definitely need a couple more trees, but that's fine. And then we're able to go in a couple of different directions to some very interesting areas. But I think this was a very good start to our modded world. Honestly, I might just keep going with spruce. It was a quite a nice little tree we got there. But yeah, I hope you've been enjoying the start of this new world. I'm sneaking around so that these trees might grow. But yeah, I'm also not very good at walking in this POV, but I hope you enjoyed the start of this brand new world. We're stuck in a cave and we've got a friend with us. We have our pet rock and we're learning how everything starts and ends with stone in this lovely little caved in mine. I hope you enjoyed the video. I definitely want to keep exploring this world, progressing through the mod pack, see everything we can discover, and hopefully you'll join me along for this adventure. We've got some quests to follow along. We'll probably get distracted along the way. Maybe we build some nice stuff. It doesn't all have to be questing. And we'll discover everything this world has in store for us. But I think this was good enough for the first video, so I do hope you enjoy. And hopefully I'll see you again very, very soon in this world or the next. Alright, bye-bye!